I'm live. Hello. I've missed everyone else's broadcast today, apart from popping in just now to Kirsten's. I thought I'd come on because I spent a lot of money today for me. I don't normally spend a lot at Boot Fair. And it says, are you ready to go live? And I'm like, yes. And I thought, no, hair and makeup. I've obviously completely forgotten. So please excuse me. Back from holiday. And, of course, first thing I have to do is go and pick all the parcels, like a week's worth. And then head off to the Boot Fair. So I'm wondering, what have I done here? What's happening here? Oh, okay. Just wondering who's coming in. Maybe you think people have got other things to do on a Sunday afternoon, but I'm just going to pop it out there. There we go. We're here. There we go. That makes excellent television. Oh gosh, everyone's suddenly come in. Hello. That was very sudden. It all just suddenly went, ooh. Veronica, hello, you're first. Hi, Kelly. Hey up. Oh, hi, Carol. Hi, Bumblebee. Hello, Joan. And hello, Colin. I did have a lovely holiday, thank you. Sounds like you had an eventful week as well. Lots of walking. Oh, hello, Nia. Yes, so, yes, due to popular demand, I has a haul. Yeah, surprising old mix of things. Yes, of course, there's clothes, there always is. There is some jewellery just because I'm a magpie, and there's other bits too. So it's very much a mixed bag, but I spent £67 in total. Now, this is practically unheard of for me, but I was there for about 3 hours going round and round, sort of wash, rinse and repeat. And I kind of, it did add up, but I think I got some good things. I don't feel like I wasted any money. It was a good one. Okay, washing pots. What a bane. Yes, you need a man for that. Right, I'll show you the first lovely coloured thing. This is a blanket. I love a coloured blanket, and most people out there don't seem to value them. It's got this lovely blanket stitched along the edge. It's not too thick either. I don't know what it's made of. I mean, obviously there's probably some wool in it, and I'm guessing it's very mid-century modern. Oh, thanks, Louise. Nice to be back too. I like going away, but I do like coming home, it has to be said. So this was in good condition. It's still got half a field on it, because I find if I don't come home and make a list of what I've bought and what I've spent, and I can't, oh God, no, don't put me on the big telly. I haven't got any makeup on. I'll just go on like this. This was 50p. And I know people love these. I'm always selling blankets, plain ones, fancy ones, but these kinds of ones with great patterns and really nice tones. It's not quite as much, it looks a bit washed out. It's a nice rich red. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I was happy with that, because that was underneath this one. That was also 50p. I only bought two because your basket gets full up. Your IKEA bag gets full up awfully quickly. This one came with a lovely little patch on it saying it's made in Holland and it's the finest quality. But you see, I remember having blankets like this as a kid on the bed, because it was pre-duvets, before duvets came along. Hello, Lainey. Hello, lovely. Hope you're all right. And although, we didn't go ape about them, there was something about the colours and the designs of these kind of I think it's probably 1960s. So rather nice. So a whole pound spent there. I don't know what I'll get for them, but I find if they've got really good colours and are really evocative of mid-century, I mean, you can sell the very plain ones, but they will go. They will sell. Oh, hello, Steve. See, it's not all clothes. Blankets. Good blankets. This is a bit unusual for me. Wallpaper. Don't normally do it, but when it costs you £1 a roll, it kind of seems a bit rude not to. I only got 3 rolls because I've got a limit to what I can carry, but it is the infamous Laura Ashley. Oh, there we go. Laura Ashley. This is proper ditzy print that people had in the 80s, late 70s and 80s. Laura Ashley was very, very hot. Wall furnishings. Lord. Design 408. Batch number 1410. This is the same batch number, so I've got 2 of this, which is not going to tell me what it's called, which is annoying. I'm going to have to try and look it up. And they're sealed, but sort of gradually unravelling, I think it's fair to say. And then I picked up this one because I thought this is a design that somebody might want to use as well. This is also, this is Laura Ashley Home, so it's not as vintage, it's a vintage look. But I thought, well, you know, why not? I think Laura Ashley's in trouble, isn't it? So this one tells you it's Percy Burgundy Sand with a batch number. But, you know, somebody might want to touch up their existing paper. It's very cottagecore. I'm getting into that very much. Let me stick these somewhere else so they're going to annoy me. Now. There we go. Right, now. Where to begin? I did write down what I paid for things because I have to do that to keep a bit of an eye on it. I think this shirt cost me £3 and I know it's genuine, so I didn't mind. Dolce & Gabbana in leopard print. It's silk and elastane. You need elastane in anything that's going to be fitted. You see, the thing with Dolce & Gabbana is very faked. But, you know, if you get things... Oh, sorry about the light. There we go. It comes with this little tag. It's got a proper hologram. And it has all this on it. And then it has this on the back, which gives you all the numbers and things that you need. So, you know, seeing all that there made me feel confident to buy it. I would normally give D&G a bit of a wide berth unless I knew exactly where it had come from. But it's leopard print. So how could I not? Oh, more people in. Oh, hello, Joy. There we go. So that's quite nice. I mean, you know, I am filling my boots a bit with this stock at the moment, I have to say. Two things that might be considered fails, but given that they were 50p each, I didn't. Cashmere comes with holes, unfortunately. And I found while I was out today, some people had a very strange idea of what social distancing means. This is nice quality cashmere. The brand Kirkland, if you find it, is a very good one. What isn't so good, and you can never find them when you're looking for them, were the earls. Where earls? In the arm. There was a hole in the arm. Now, I may have a go at repairing that and possibly sell that one with a repair because they will sell. You can sell one for about 20 quid. Even, you know, even if it's had a repair, and if it's a nice brand. Pink seems to be very much du jour at the moment. And the other one I picked up, which this was a bit of a last minute grab, but this was literally, I think it was 50p. So I didn't have time to go through things, not with a number of people there. And it comes with 3 holes. But it's, you know, someone will have that for crafts. Even though it has some holes in, there's plenty of usable fabric on this. It's a kind of an open cardigan. Feels lovely. So it's not all been felted and shrunk. That's not really repairable, but like I say, someone may want to do something with it, and if I make a tenner out of it, I'm still not lost when I've paid 50p, although that's about as far down as I go. Oh, hello, Lex. Lex saying what size? I'm being inattentive to the chat. Hello, Lex. Are you still at Carla's, or are you home now? And I need to watch whatever went on today, because I saw your thing with Josh yesterday, and that was really, really fun. So what was it you were wondering the size? You're talking about the leopard. I think you're talking about this. I would say it's not a big size. Oh, it's not a big size. It's not size 40, but that's an Italian size, and I reckon that's a size 40 in Italian is really more like a 10, I think. I could be wrong. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I think that would probably be a bit of a squeeze. Knowing you as I do, I think that would possibly might. It would look fabulous on you, but I think that really is more like an 8 to 10 because it's looking quite petite. I probably wouldn't get my bits in it, so yeah. Thought it might be. Oh, hello, Sam. Oh, hi, Lex. I'm saying hi, Lex. I'm reading Mike Dando saying hi, Lex. Hello, Mike. That's what I meant to say. So they weren't fails. That was a 50p. I may have paid Oh, I just don't know now. I put everything on top of my notes. Bloody silly thing to do. Again, more cashmere, because cashmere is good bread and butter stuff. This is a surprisingly small one. M&S collection, pure cashmere, and the bloody label's gone, so I'll probably be selling that as an 8 to 10, but it's a lovely colour. Just a crew neck, and I think I may have paid £1 for that. I would not have paid any more than £1. There were a lot of people there with some very ambitious pricing, but there were so many stalls there that I, in order to save time and get round stuff, I'd kind of go up to them and say, "Oh, how much are your clothes?" "Oh, well, they're all different." I've always a warning sign. I say, "Oh, how about this?" And then when they tell you, you then think, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Oh, thank you." There's always another stall with cheaper prices. So they're really cutting their nose off to spite their face by asking lots of money. Especially today when there were so many stalls. Oh, there's some new comments and why is it not automatically doing that? An 8. Yes, Joan, thank you. Yeah, it's the Italian sizes that come, which your baps won't fit. Nobody's baps fit in a size A. I'm bloody ridiculous. Oh, now as I've got you here, I will show you this, because I saw this and I thought of you. Something so kitsch and so glorious that I just had to buy it. It wasn't a money thing. It was simply, it's a set of 3. And I didn't know you could get kind of spaghetti ware in glass, but apparently you can. I can't really show these off properly without it all looking a bit mad. So here comes a mama dog. Look at that face. Looks like it's got a moustache, actually. There we go. There she is. I know what. Let me. Oh God, try not to clang them together. Let me push her over to one side. That's not what I want to do. There. Show you better. There she is. It's sort of spaghetti work. Gold extras. Little poodle. Weird looking thing. All it says on the bottom is foreign. It is glass. It's not ceramic. It's glass. And she's got a little collar that attaches to a chain that attaches to this little one, this little pup. And then there appears to be this little pup as well, but it seems to have lost. But how cute are they? They're so awful and so lovely. And they've got all their bits. They don't appear to have chipped, which I think for something of... I looked them over quite carefully because I thought it's going to be some huge ding. Now, obviously, if there is a ding, it's the fact that this may have lost a little chain. But they still look adorable. And they're just so much. Campus tits, exactly. I saw that and I just thought, they're amazing. Schmoodles. Yes, the moths like it. I guess that's cashmere, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, it looks so stuck up. A little face on it. Posh poodle. So yeah, campus tits, most definitely. I had to buy those. I paid £5 for those. But they're just so weird and wonderful. There's not really many sets like that lurking around the place that haven't been trashed already. So, and I know it. That's something I love it. You've picked up that. You've had these dogs too. Really? I thought they were fairly unusual. But are yours pink, or are they exactly the same? I guess that's entirely possible, isn't it? Oh, hello, Susan. That's Susan season, isn't it? When I say that, I mean Susan as in lunchtime Susan. We went for a lovely meal before I went on holiday. I'm thinking so anyway. I can't truly see from the... Oh, and this was also campus tits, and I picked it up for £1. It's a really mad little jewellery box. It's not £6. This was a Hospice in the Wheel shop, had a stand, and they basically had everything for £1. I'm just taking the one over varnish off. That's not to do. It does say, it says Japan. It says Japan underneath. So it is vintage, and it's a little box, but it is just so naff and great. It's the cameo. I thought it wasn't too badly done actually. Well, I'm assuming, is that plastic? I think it might be. It was deeply camp. The boudoir, yes. The same. Oh wow. Okay. Has yours both got chains? So, going into this now, has yours both got chains, Kelly, or is it? I hope you do well with them. I hope you've listed them because it's going to take me a while to get round to listing them. I have got quite a selection of things that I need to catch up on. I've been away for a week. Oh, hello, Leslie. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy. Proper boudoir. Is that like boudoir? Now, this is missing a button, but that's not going to be a problem because I have plenty of buttons. I picked this up because it isn't polo. Half the bloody... You can tell the grass is dying. The reason I picked this up was because I didn't recognise the brand, but I thought it looked quite good, and it seemed to be to do with Argentinian polo. Now, anyone that knows anything about Argentina, polo is the big thing. It's a big, big size, and it seems to have all these signatures. Obviously, the polo. Someone couldn't write there. Look at that handwriting. Sort of sewn on signatures of the polo team. One assumes. I know nothing about polo. I don't move in such exalted circles. But I picked it up just because it was a bit unusual. It may be a fail. I think I probably paid maybe 50p for it. So, but you know, it kind of comes with all the badges on it, and so I thought somebody may like that. Another reason is how many people put hologram labels on. Well, thank you, Steve, for your expertise. French registered style, in my opinion, fabulous. Oh, it's got a spare button too. That's good because it's missing one on the collar. So that'll be for me to repair. Anyway. La Martina, Proveedor Oficial, Tradición del Polo Argentina. Yeah, quite cool. Quite cool. What else do we find? I'll tell you, it's mainly clothes now. Knobhead, you said it for us. Hello, Queenie. Mother of Norman. I can't look at that now. I'm sorry, Queenie. I can't look at your name without saying that now. That's all Carla's fault. You can blame Ms. Jenkins. That's all right. These are a bit bright. They're actually girls' shorts, but they're Stella. They're Stella Sport, which is the Stella McCartney line for Adidas. They're not brand new, but they're all right. I don't know. Again, they were 50p sort of jaunt, so I thought I'll give them a try because I've done quite well with anything Stella McCartney and Adidas. This is a proper bread and butter item. It is an M&S collection, but I know how much polka dots are in at the moment. It's just a little cardie. Do all right with these sorts of things. It's not made for anything special, but it's very retro, isn't it? And polka dots never seem to die, so I thought I'll have that. I can hardly remember what I bought here. I'm guessing at what I paid for them because obviously I've added it all up and made a bit of a note. I think this was the first thing I bought when I got there. You know how you always have to buy something. Oh, I've gone. My camera's not unplugged. Excuse me a minute. Let me try this up. Oh, bloody technical difficulties. I'm back. There we go. I wonder if it was that touching it. No, honestly. Differentiating century style. Oh, you like this, Vicky? This is a nice one. It's quite sort of sexy and satiny. Lovely, lovely thing. Little strappy dress. Has a kind of a mesh at the back, so you get a little bit more exposure. And this was by Guess. Guess do make some lovely things. Sometimes they don't all go for good money, but I thought this is quite a well-constructed dress. It's got a little extra padding in the front because I guess if you are I can't say a 5, surely. How can that say a 5? Anyway, this is definitely for a very petite lady and is very unlikely to fit my Edna. I would say that's probably a 6 to 8, and it's really lovely. I like stocking smaller sizes. They do sell, and I always feel that sometimes, why wouldn't you want to buy something if you're a smaller size? You want to shop on eBay too. Oh gosh, wow. It's like trying to read through. Norman played a corporate football today. You went to the pub to celebrate. Excellent. It's always good when you celebrate somebody else's success as well as your own. I picked this up because it's American Eagle Outfitters. I don't pick up everything of theirs. But this is very much in that preppy style that never quite seems to go away, does it? It's a plain grey preppy school style jacket with the badge. AE. Yeah, they could do with a little bit of a zhuzh over, I think. But their stuff's quite nicely made, so I will pick up jackets and things. And thankfully, it has nice metal buttons and it's cotton wool. So no, I'm trolling through here and going, I haven't told you what I've paid. I will tell you if I've paid more than a couple of quid for something, believe you me. Blah, 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 blah. Glass doggies. Sometimes I did things as bundles as well, so I can't say. Did I actually write that down? I think that was 2 quid. Right. I've not been in long. Yes, I like them with the crests. A win-win. Now, obviously, summer is pretty much, people may not be buying for summer, but I don't know this brand, but it looked like quite good quality. I'm quite happy to gamble when I'm at boot fairs and things, when I'm not paying a lot of money. There we go. Anne Story, UK 12. It's actually made from linen, and it's like a long duster. So it might be good for the autumn. It's all lined in cotton. It just looked really nicely made. Yeah, linen blend, I'm assuming. It's an odd way of putting it there. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was really well made because it's got things like a nice inside pocket. I mean, how many ladies' jackets actually come with an inside pocket? Stroke of genius. All buttons present. Pocket's not opened. So it's clearly been worn once for an occasion and then put away. But I thought for how many quid did I pay for that? Not many. And store jacket, £2. There we go. I do try and keep the expenditure low. The only problem with buying coats is they take up all the space and all of the grass off the floor. It's whistles. I do all right with whistles. I find that people like whistles. They love it. This has a big fur-lined hood which can be detached. You can detach the furry lining. It's not exactly wax jacket, but sort of in that vein, slightly Parkerish. I thought it was really nice, actually. I liked it. Like, I need another coat. I just don't. I wear the same old thing again and again. I don't need lots of coats. But it was in good nick, and I think that cost me £4, and I didn't mind for whistles because I'll do quite well on it. And the size of it. Oh, brilliant. Can't see the size of it, but that looks like quite a decent size. That's going to be a 14. I thought that was nice. Right, okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'll come back to that in a minute. That's jewellery. Don't go away. I picked up these 3 for £1, and they're the little crystal salts, so that people can just pick up and put salt on. I don't think they're absolutely amazing. They need to clean up. I think someone used them for candles because this has got wax on it. They are not candle holders. These are salts. Got allergic to them actually through, what was it, the Crazy Lamp Lady? She picks up salts when they're cheap enough because I think they're coming back into fashion again. Oh, sorry, someone's just asked me. Yes, I need to go back and watch it on as well. I've got a lot of catching up on videos. Okay. Vicky loves this, how much? Message me, let me know. Yes, I'm not sure how much anything is right now. I've only just come in. In fact, I waited until Kirsten had finished her live to go on because I was thinking that's a good thing to do. Let me just put this lot down here and we'll start on the next bag. Oops. Make some space. Sorry, it's not good television, is it? Watching the back of someone's head. There we go. Okay, right. And in my next bag, I don't know what I'll sell these salts for. I know they're lead crystals, I can tell from the weight. But they're neat little things, and they're going to be pretty easy to post out, I would thought. Whether you need a certain amount or whether you sell them individually, I don't know. A velvet jacket, I know, one of my staples. Pretty sort of ugly, really, by anybody's standards, but a lot of people like the patchwork. I think I paid £2 for it. It's a 14, so it's a good size. The Together brand it's no brand, but it looks a lot like the Nomads and Gringo and all those sort of makes that people quite like. So nothing in its pockets is. You have to check in here. You saw an orb? It's probably dust. There's a lot of dust in here. Maybe the odd orb too. Keeping me company. Greetings all. Make yourself at home. Oh, that was an unusual pickup. Pair of gloves. Unworn. You can see because they've not been stretched at all. I like the ones that have this sort of detail. I paid a lot of money for some Italian gloves once. Like this. And they're extremely fine leather. And they say they're a size large. And they just about fit me. I've not got massive hands, but most gloves are usually too small for anyone other than a child to wear. But I thought they were rather nice, and they cost me £1, so I don't really mind that. Oh, isn't it wonderful when the universe gifts you £14 last week in your leather jacket? A nice one, Louise, especially when you only paid £4 for the jacket. Have we got euphemisms? Have I missed? You've been sorting out wardrobes. No. I like the crazy landlady. It's that thing where she'll pick something up if it's got a bird on it. It's a bit like me when I see an owl or a cat, something with a cat on it. I'm like, right, this is one of these ones that's going to make me itch. It's mohair. I think it's a handmade one because it's got no labels and it's got no buttonholes or anything. It's an open. Excuse me. It's an open sort of style jacket, and it is mohair. Quite nice though, with the edging. Someone went to a lot of trouble with it, and it is the jumper season. Well, it will be soon enough anyway. I sell jumpers all year round really, but I just really find mohair hard to deal with because it makes my nose itch. Oh man, I have to say. No euphemisms. I have to say that social distancing concepts seem to go slightly out the window with some of the people. There were quite a few stalls where people were literally, in and over you, and I just back off and just thought, well, no. I'm not going to spend more than a couple of minutes surrounded by people doing that. It's just not good. I'll go somewhere that's less crowded and come back later. We're into euphemisms again. This looks fairly unremarkable, and I suppose it is. It's a skirt. It's a tiered skirt. What drew me to it was the Laura Ashley label, made in Great Britain. So it's not made in England, it's Great Britain, so that's probably going to be the 80s. But there's always a market for them. It's quite nicely made. It's lined. Cotton. A bit wrong for the season, I suppose, now. A bit out of season, but it doesn't matter. So here I am, squinting again. Haven't said what I've paid for it. No, Ashley, wallpaper. It's probably £1. Actually, I think all the clothes are 50p on that time. These I picked up thinking they might do my son, so I'm not entirely sure if these are going to get sold or not. They're actually, is it Nike? It is Nike, isn't it? It's the Air Jordan thing. This is basketball. They are basically tracksuit bottoms. And I picked them up because I thought they're not big in the waist and they're very long in the leg. Perfect for a basketball player. Perfect for my son. Yeah, they say XXL, but elastic's good on them. The only thing I think you might not like is they've got this sort of mesh. Completely mesh all the way down the leg, and I think you'd find that very annoying. Rockabilly line dancing skirt. Yeah, it's like, well, all wool is itchy to me, so I'm the wrong person to ask. They are odd though, because they've got this sort of like zip, and I'm thinking, where's the zip gone somewhere? Is there meant to be a zip? But no, this is apparently the design. And I thought, you know what, I'll check out and see if they're unusual or sought after before I offer them to the boy. They might be a bit. It was just the size. I thought the size would be perfect. But I'm not sure he'll actually wear that. Okay, right. This was £2. I don't know what I'm getting for any of this lot, by the way. That's why I'm not saying, because I don't know. I tend to put decent prices on stuff. This is just it's a winter jacket, isn't it? Double-breasted, nice rich red colour, and it's a modern Laura Ashley in a size 12. So I shall certainly make some reasonable money out of that. There's nothing wrong with it. All the buttons are present. You know, it doesn't fly out, but it will sell. Oh, now this one. Next, are you paying attention? I saw this. I just had to get it. I do quite well with leather stuff, especially anything's a bit unusual, a bit fetishy perhaps. And this is what I would call a midi skirt, a midi dress, with poppers all the way down the front. Nice leather, black, best colour for leather, really, isn't it? This is Renegade. The brand means nothing to me. It's a small, so it's probably actually going to fit. It's not that small. I would say it's size 10. But it's really rather nice. Yeah, it's like, ooh. I mean, I would say it's a 10. God, no way it goes over my area. But yeah, it's really nice. It's a bit oofed, isn't it? I know someone who's going to look amazing in that. Yeah, no, it is amazing. If I could squeeze my bits into this, I'd think about it, although I'm not sure I'd be allowed out. Yeah, it's nice quality as well. I sold a leather dress that had like a cage back to it. It was higher at the front and then had this sort of cage work, and it was no particular brand again, but it was just the style of it, and it was really small. And that went for about 50 quid. Sort of thing I put on an auction and see where it will run. Leather on trend, actually, yes, I've been seeing it in the magazines. It never really goes away. Leather's always there because it's great to wear, I guess. Last bit of clothing. This is I don't pick up loads of this sort of thing anymore. I mean, it does move, but this is Harris tweed, which is why I bought it, because tweed jackets are so itchy wool again. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows what. It has leather covered buttons rather than plastic ones. And as you will probably know, that is the sign you're looking for. This is in good nick. Yeah, it's in good nick. I did pay up for this. I did pay £8, which is way beyond what I would normally want to pay for something. I'd be happy paying £5 for something like this, but you just don't see so many around. This is a 44 long. Sure, that's a long. I have to get my husband to model that for me. Take the picture on it. Yeah, I have got leather trousers and things in stock, and they will start to move. It's just it's still not quite in. Autumn is a good time for leather as well as winter, and nice quality leather. Yeah, you can tell by the feels of it. So that's kind of the clothes. It was a big day out. God, things are mounting up in here though. It's what happens. You go away for a week and you just lose where you are. You get a certain rolling. What's that? I'm just standing on something. You get a certain routine going, and quality does always sell. A lot of the things that I sell don't necessarily flip quickly. They just don't, but they steadily sell through. And I guess once you get to a certain level, you've got a lot of listings up. Yeah. Sorry, yes, yeah, Harris tweed. Oh, you've got a Harris tweed, Karen. Yes, it should do. It should do. That one's not super heavy. Some of them are very heavy and very lined. That's actually a much lighter weight one. I need to make sure it's all intact. Right, now I've got some jewellery because I'm a magpie and I can't help myself. I kind of bought 2 lots of it. Odds and ends. I don't know where it came from. Must have fallen in my bag because I would not have picked up one scraggy old horrible earring like that. So I've got things that the first batch of items I paid £8 for, this little baggie, and then the next lot of everything in here that I paid £10 for. I think I did all right. Your shaving jumpers, I like shaving jumpers, or is that just me being weird? Oh, you have to find another one, Lex. You have to find another one. Oh, right, that's what handling wool. Just blah. Okay, so right, all of this lot was £8. I picked up some mad 80s earrings. They're vintage ones. They look like they're black and gold, but they're not. They're actually, well, maybe they are. Maybe that was just my eyes. Yeah, they are black and gold because that would be the typical colour. But they're great big, hefty jobbies that people like wearing. It doesn't really work. It doesn't work when you've already got earrings in, obviously. Oh, heavy. Can't do a heavy earring. I need to take the little thingies, rubber things out because they've gone solid because they're so old. Might put that there. Yeah. This, it certainly isn't my style of necklace, but it's quite a sweet little pearl and gold. Oh, I've gone all bright. Pearl and gold. That's Pierre Cardin, that little funny looking symbol. The reason I recognise it is because I've got scarves with it on. I'm going to sneeze now. I'm sorry. Hang on. It's got to be 3. Come on. Only 2. That's very unsatisfying. Very power dressing, those. Yeah, they really aren't. They're a statement. This was much more delicate, though. And quite cute. Quite cute, I think. In fact, there may be a fault with that, which would be annoying. I think it's missing one of its little pearls. I'm sure if I declare that, it's not particularly noticeable. But it's not made of anything valuable or marvellous, but it's kind of a sort of a job lotty thing. I thought, oh, I got that. I picked this up. This kind of ball and chain thing, nope. This, however, the thing on the end has 925 on it, and that might be Swarovski because it is very different colours. So someone's taken a nice Swarovski crystal or something of that ilk. It says 925 on it anyway, and put it on a scaggy chain. But anyway, I've got a tiny little silver chain that I can actually put that on. I've got one here. Oh, I thought I had. Where's it gone? Here we go. A tiny one. I was going through my silver scrap. Why I put that in silver scrap, I don't know. But that'll look far better on there. Because those kind of ball and chain things really are, ugh. You know, they're sort of like dog tag things, aren't they? So I should put this with this, and that will look much nicer and much more in keeping. And it'll all be silver. So that can go somewhere else. Right. I'm not sure that people knew what they got here, to be fair. But I love having a good pick through. This is fairly ordinary, except that it seems to have it's got some gold coloured little plastic balls in, but the white ones are actually like a rose quartz. And then you've got the amethyst, which is quite a dark purple, so it's quite a nice one. Rather nice. These little things are sweet. It's a vintage one. It's on the vintage class. So I thought that was nice. And I couldn't not pick this up really. I suppose I shouldn't have done because I realise now that it is missing as these. Really, what a mess I've made of this. Hang on. These are not real pearls. They are faux pearls. And it came on a nice little thing, and that says sterling silver made in England. So it's definitely vintage. But this may be one for a vintage, I wouldn't say broken lot, but it's missing a couple of the tiny little stones there. Oh, there's a bit of silver in it, you know. Yeah, they're obviously like glass beads that they've worn a bit. Such an era though, isn't it? Just don't like seeing that sort of thing being badly treated. But yeah, that may have to be a lot. And this I picked up. I'm not entirely sure why, but I think it's got a nice sort of filigree design on it. It had a feel of quality about it. I think that's what it was. You know, it's sort of thing you think, oh, is it by M&S or is it someone else? But it's quite nice. It's a nice colour. Just looks really nice quality. I might even test it. I don't think it is, but I might even test it if I'm in the mood. This I don't need to test though. This has 95 on the back of it. It's the eye. Quite a chunky bit of silver, if indeed it is. It says it is, but we know not to trust that, don't we? Especially when it just says 925. But that had a decent bit of weight to it. It's a little glass eye. That was quite cool. Oh, Andrea's in. Hello, Andrea. Have you? I was going to say, have you been jumble trading today, or has it been something different? Boot fairs. Oh, I feel like I want to sneeze. Right, okay, I'll put those things back in that bag, and then I won't mix them up. Put that with that. I'm learning about jewellery. I'm still very much learning, and I'm kind of investing in that learning, so I'm not expecting to make heaps of money out of anything. But it's something I want to do a lot more of in the years to come, and I don't want to be hefting clothes about. Did you stare at that eye? Just be careful, don't look into the eye or around the eye, etc. I thought these were quite cool. No, they're not butterscotch, amber or anything, some such thing. They are a form of plastic with a little screw top there in the bead, but I thought, you know, quite interesting, sort of marbly finish, very plastic. Excuse my nails. The eye. Tell about the eye. Yeah, they're very, very plasticky, those. But quite cool. They all need a good clean, clearly. But again, I was just picking through the bundle. This was kind of my last stop before coming home. So I was just going through a bundle. I quite liked the clasp on these. They're not real pearls. It has quite a nice little clasp. They're not branded either, which is annoying. But a lot of people like this colour rather than the traditional pearl colour. Faux pearls. There may be a brand associated with this design of clasp. I don't know. I can't see it on there. And like I say, I haven't been through things with a fine tooth comb. I think they're quite modern. Oh, Nick's in. Oops, wrong account. It's Nick. Oh, hi, Nick. Goodness, Nick and Andrew both watching me. Heavens above. I thought this was cute. Little vintage. Amber, coal colour with shell, mother of pearl kind of. I just think these things are quite nice. They look really nice. No brand, obviously. It's not an expensive thing. But when I'm bundling, I don't mind too much. Picked up a watch. I think it's a Seconda watch, so you can't see, can you? My camera is absolute shite, for which I can only apologise. But said it was Seconda. It's on a buffalo calf strap, and I thought, well, that's probably decent quality, which has got a number on it. So I thought, well, if you start numbering things, it might actually be decent. The reason I'm doing this is so that I can look at the face a little bit closer and maybe tell you more about it. Water resist quartz, that's what it says, Seconda. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know Seconda's a fairly good brand, but I don't think it's anything extraordinary. But I thought that's quite a neat little watch. Something you might like. I'm expecting there to be some fails in here, because that's what happens, isn't it? These hopefully aren't, though. This exceptionally long strand is real pearls. It's put around 3 times. These are real. I know they're real because they're gritty. And they're not all exactly the same shape or size, so I just thought they were lovely. They feel nice. There's something about real pearls that feels ever so nice. Lex Oliver. Watching with no clothes on. We didn't really get rained on today. There was a little bit of spitting and spotting and blew away the clouds ever so quickly, and we were all right. But yeah, we didn't get a deluge. I think there were a few places that have had them. Oh, no, I like these. These are those weird cufflinks. Yeah, look. Oh, I like these. Just remind me of my dad when I was in the 70s. So cool. Nice gold tone. Slightly different design to the ones you usually see. But yeah, they're not branded. A lot of these things aren't, but it's just quite fun. There you go. You get the little... Bloody awkward to put on, though, I would have thought. But quite a sweet idea. I do like cufflinks on a shirt. Super smart. And those were lovely. So we got those. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I pick stuff up because I like it, and I find that, for me, is one of the very best ways to learn. I liked this, so it's a bit washed out. It has a little blue ceramic bead or something in the middle. Yeah, 70s geezer jewellery. But I think if it isn't already here, it's going to be good. This is quite an old one because it's got just a little catch underneath and not a locking clasp. No, I couldn't see a maker on it, but again, bearing in mind I'm going home without my glasses on when I'm hunting, I thought that was quite a little bit more unusual. Vintage brooch. More vintage brooches. Now this has some strange marks on the back, and I'm really not sure. I don't know if it is silver or not. I think it might be. There's some tarnishing on the back. And there were a couple of very odd marks that even when I go maximum on my camera, oh dear, let's get fed up. There we are. There's some marks there on this side, and one seems to be triangular in shape, but I'm going to have to look at those very closely. It's just a small, quite elegant little brooch, and if it is silver, that would be a bonus, but I'll test it anyway. And this definitely is silver. I saw her pick this up. The woman who owned the stall picked this up. And she said, oh, that might be silver. It looks like it. But the mark is so tiny. It's practically missed the edge of one of the leaves. And it just says, it doesn't say 95, it says sterling silver. I'll send you photos next, yes. So this is silver. It's nothing amazing. It's not particularly big or heavy or anything. It's rather sweet and rather charming. A leaf, very popular kind of design. It's got a more modern, I would say a more modern kind of class, so it can't be desperately old. Maybe it's an 80s piece. Rather sweet though. The final bit, I like this. I like this a lot. Can I show you without all the moon and stars? Tiddly little crystals in there. I thought, oh, I like that. It's got a bit of class to it, and of course, the way it opens, you press a button, and then you have a nice little catch. It hasn't got a safety chain. I don't think it had one originally. But it says Hamza, Hamza, and it says something that might be rolled gold actually. So I thought that is cool. I really like that. Sun, moon, stars kind of job. Where's that phone again? Let's have a look. What did it say? That's one of my favourite pieces, just because I've never seen anything like it, to be honest. It is. "18 GRP Hamza." That's what it actually says, which I thought was quite cool. It's very me, isn't it? Yeah, the silver one that I was talking about, that had the funny marks, literally, that's about as good as I can get. It's like, could mean anything or nothing. Yeah. So I was just trying to look through and see if I could see anything more interesting, but no, can't get any closer than that. So that I thought was really rather lovely. Quite like that. That's a bugger. It needs a bit of a clean up. It is very me, but it doesn't look better on someone else's wrist, I'm sure. So you're learning stuff. Not from me, you're not. I very much doubt it. I'm learning stuff as I go, and I like learning, so I never have a problem with that. I'm allowing myself to be a bit of a magpie with jewellery and just pick things that I like the look of, or where there's something about them, and then look it up and do it that way around. Because, okay, I did spend £18 on jewellery, but, I'm going to I'll easily make my money back, and there's more money in there than £18, so I don't really have a problem with that. Gold rhodium. Gold rhodium plated, really? GRP. Yeah, I suppose it might be. I mean, it is a nicely made piece, although I do think there is a little bit of wear on these bits. It's still got. Is it missing a jewel? God, that would be annoying. Blimey, you'd be hard pushed to notice it, wouldn't you? I think it might be missing one of the tiny. It's a tiny little wax. Maybe that's just the top of it. Yeah, it might be missing. There is a tiny, tiny one of these little things. Might be able to get that fixed, though. I've got a friend who knows how to do those things. The eye. You want the eye, Tasty, but where's my eye? It's in here somewhere. Everyone likes the eye. This is kind of what drew me, because I knew it was silver. It just has that lovely feel there. It's the eye again. Oh, dear. Yeah, it's a lovely thing. A nice big fat bail as well. They should have done with brown eyes, really, because not everyone's got blue eyes. You have a sell pile and a keep pile. Well, yes. And then eventually your keep pile gets quite big, and then you start saying, I'm not going to wear all of that, so maybe I need to sell it. But yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I'm certainly not having problems sourcing, as you can see. There's loads out there. In fact, there was a big van, Hospice in the Weald, and they rocked up and they literally said everything a pound. It's like, they must be drowning in stuff. I mean, that's our local big hospice charity that we have here. It's so big. It is. It's a big eye. It's an eyeful. There we go. Oh, that'll make a great yeah, it's so big. Good old chunky piece. Right. Well, there you go. Look, blimey, I've been bored you all for nearly an hour. You need to have a clear out now. Yes. I have a slight backlog, and I'm going sourcing tomorrow as well. I am probably going to have quite a spendy uppy week, because the lady who I buy things from has kind of got double lots of stuff she's been keeping back for me, so that's going to be fun. That's Thursday, and I've got 3 honey holes to hit this week, and I think what I'm probably going to do is stock up and actually maybe have unlisted stock that's sort of all filed and kind of ready to go, because it seems silly not to fill your boots while the boot sales are on, and jumble trails if you get them. It seems, because they're going to stop. They're going, the end of next month they're going to stop. So we kind of have to grab it while we can. And although it can seem a bit excessive to be drowning in stuff like this, it's all going to sell, isn't it? So yeah, I don't look at it. I'm not as hard on myself for having piles of stuff as I used to be, because I know I will list it. I know I will sell it, just not today. Yes, Susan. Yeah, I had a nice time away. It's very relaxing. Involved plenty of alcohol, plenty of relaxing. Doing very little actually. A friend that came over and stayed with us for a couple of nights at the house actually can't walk. Has got something wrong with her foot at the moment. Wasn't able to walk. So really, it was sitting in the garden with a large glass of wine, passing the hours. And I've got so many people I need to catch up with. I feel like a really bad friend. But my drumming is starting up tomorrow evening. I will be heading back up to my drumming classes. So I'm very, very happy. You never know what the winter will bring. I mean, maybe it is just me thinking it's probably going to it's going to be harder when it's wet and miserable and damp and humid. And yeah, I'm not going to want to be spending time indoors with anybody if I can possibly avoid it. So I'm sort of filling my boots now when it's all fresh air and loveliness, and hoping that we don't get to a situation that we were in earlier this year, but that it could happen. Be prepared, isn't it? That's what they always say. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for everyone for popping in. That's amazing. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea, I think, and not do much, because it's been a long old day. And I've got a big bag of parcels. I have a week's worth of parcels to do. And of course there's always one item that you can't find. And actually, just to say, that GSP thing I was having an issue with, it's still not completely resolved because I'm still getting it. So there'll be a phone call to eBay this week once again. Same old. It works sometimes though, so I know it's not completely and utterly screwed. And what I did was I kind of went into my settings and preferences and then reselected GSP, kind of unselected it and selected it again. So hopefully that has kickstarted it. I don't know why they couldn't do that for me. I have no idea, but hey. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm wittering and I'm getting faster and faster because I'm clearly hungry and thirsty. Have a good week, everybody. I will see you all soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye now. I can't just leave the broadcast. I have to end it. If I press leave studio, you're left hanging, aren't you? Bye. Yes, I do.